It's another big week for Manchester City as they play three very different opponents in three different competitions. Today they continue the defence of their FA Cup against Championship Fulham. Wednesday, the Carabao Cup semi-final against United. Next Sunday, the Premier League at Spurs. Gundogan and Jesus is onside, and that's a penalty kick all day long. Oh, it's a red card. It's a red card as well. Tim Ream sent off. Gabriel Jesus trying to get away, would have got a shot away. İlkay Gundogan doesn't miss. And City are in front. Just over 7 minutes. And İlkay Gundogan gives Manchester City what is already an advantage, but is even more so given that the visitors are down to 10. And I suppose if İlkay Gundogan wouldn't have been in the starting 11, the person who would have taken the penalty might have been a little bit more of a question. But Gundogan is expert from the spot. He doesn't miss penalties. He hasn't missed this one. And City are one up already. Well, before the game started, there was always a feeling that Manchester City were going to have masses of possession, or whatever statistic they might have got. That's going to increase because Fulham are down to 10. There's Bernardo Silva. Drifts away from Bryant. Brings in Gundogan. And on towards Mahrez, who's onside. Still going. Mahrez! Good save by Rodak. Terrific hit from Mahrez, who worked the opening himself and then cracked it with the right. And City are asking a lot of questions of Fulham, and we're only in the 13th minute. Angelino and into the path of Foden. And now Jesus, he leaves it for Bernardo Silva. David Silva, Riyad Mahrez, right across the face of the goal. City should keep this in play. No, it's just gathered pace. And Pep Guardiola looking on, thinking how close his team were to maybe making this game safe already. Foden. Angelino. David Silva. And Foden and Bernardo Silva. Fulham just about getting enough bodies in the way, but not enough, because Bernardo Silva is a master craftsman and he can find a finish with that left foot wand of his from any position, from any angle, at any time. He scored a beauty at Old Trafford in the Carabao Cup semi-final. This one maybe not quite as impressive, but the manner in which he sweeps it into the corner of the net still has to be admired. Just a little chink of light, that's all he needed. And he threaded the ball beyond the goalkeeper into the side of his netting. And it's City 2, it's Fulham 0, and already City with one big stride in the next round of this season's FA Cup. Here's Caballero. Johansson. Now Christie. Reed weaving his patterns. And his shot wasn't bad, but Bravo's positioning was nice and comfortable. And it was just a matter of keeping hold of the ball. Here's Gundogan. Now David Silva has options, gives it to... Oh, well, it was Angelino who then played it through to Foden, who scooped it over the top of the bar. Foden went one way, Angelino went the other. David Silva found Angelino, who then in turn found Foden. And for the second time, Phil Foden puts his hands to his head and wonders why he hasn't managed to score for City, but it was not an easy chance. Otamendi's done well, David Silva gets hold of it, and now Raheem Sterling has hit the corner of post and bar. And his run without a goal continues. If he was walloping them in for fun, that would have gone into the back of the net, but he's just a little bit out of sorts at the moment, certainly by his extremely high standards. City get it back, Gundogan. Foden, David Silva, Jesus is onside, good tackle. Really, really good tackle. And you have to give credit to the defender, who got there just in the nick of time for Fulham, just as Jesus was about to fire in the goal. And that is a good challenge. Excellent defending by Congola. Here's Sterling. Cancelo and Jesus, 3-0. So pleased, Gabriel Jesus, to get on the score sheet, provided VAR don't rule it out for offside. Oh, and I think they might, you know. I think they might rule this out because part of his body was in front of the last defender. And the goal stands. Well, thank goodness for that. Jesus' goal does stand, and it's 3-0. And City are, without question, into the next round of the FA Cup.
The 8th scorer of penalties today, Ilkay Gundogan. He's replaced by the 16, Rodri.
He just said something there to Pep Guardiola, Ilkay Gundogan, that he's got a little bit of a twinge. And then I saw him just gesture, just a little thing. That was what he gestured. He's going to go down the tunnel with the medical staff as City try to get a fourth goal, which Foden might score here, and Jesus will on the rebound. Well, Foden almost made it 4, but Jesus most definitely does. And once again, Fulham are the orchestrators of their own downfall. Well, you have to admire the fact they're still trying it with 10 players, but it's caused them